Well, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, we're excited to be in the MLS Cup final and hosting and having a rematch with the Houston Dynamo. We have the greatest respect for our opponent. I think this is a matchup of two teams in pretty good form and should make for a great game. Personally, there's no thoughts associated with that. My thoughts are with our team. To be positioned like that is clearly attributed to the kind of team we have in organization. So I think that's an honor for our entire group, and certainly at the personal level, it's nice and all, but it's something that I really don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about.
We don't know. All we know is that David won't be here next year, but any team from year to year has a lot of turnover. So that's the way sports are. That's the way this league is, like other leagues. And we're really excited about tomorrow. And not many players like the guys in our locker room, not many coaches like the one to my right, not many teams have a chance to do what we have a chance to do. And we want to make the most of the opportunity.
Let's go to Grant.
I was very fortunate early on to be a part of some really good teams, and I think the years from 06 through 08 or 09 really taught me to appreciate how hard it is to win and to get to this point. I probably did take it for granted early on, but now, and in particular being a captain and seeing what goes on day to day, you realize how much hard work goes into this. And it's not that other teams don't work hard, but there's a lot of things that you have to get right over the course of a year to make it here. And I certainly appreciate it a lot more now.
Regardless of your seed, I think to survive in any kind of playoff in any sport, you need to have a good team. And I think we see in the United States, obviously the playoff system is very popular in every sport. I think timing and when your team hits form is important. If you look back in our organization, the LA Kings won the Stanley Cup last year. I think they were the last seed. The New York Giants won the Super Bowl. Miami was not the top team in the NBA last year, won the NBA championship. That's what playoffs are. It should not be surprising that there are upsets. It should not be surprising that the top two seeds don't meet in finals in any sport. It's usually one and you're out. Obviously, a little bit different in the aggregate series. But I think in this particular situation, the best two teams survive.
Yeah, it's always when you're playing with great players, it makes your job certainly a lot easier. And that's been the case since I've come here. Obviously, Landon was playing on the wing mostly last year, but this year we've played a lot up top together, 90% of the season. So I think you're seeing the way the two of us link up and play together. We're on the same wavelength, and I find it very, very easy to play alongside them. So we're always looking to play each other in. And if you look at certainly most of my goals this season, they've come down to Landon. So obviously I'm very appreciative of that. He's a great player, and I'm very, very lucky to play alongside him. I've played alongside great players in the past, and Landon is certainly up there with them.
Let's go to
Landon, you like football. Is there anything in that game that contributes to you being a better soccer player?
I don't know. I didn't see this question coming, to be honest with you. I've never been asked this before, so I think maybe the mental toughness of Gaelic football. You have to be quite hard. Obviously, you do certainly get a lot more knocks in Gaelic football than you do in football. So maybe that. But I only played till I was 15, so I had to kind of. My father told me to make a decision on either one, so I had to, because where I played Gaelic football was half an hour, 40 minutes from where I lived, where my family was brought up in a place called Crumlin, That's where I played football also. So I was training on Monday, Gaelic, Tuesday, football, Wednesday Gaelic, and then Thursday football. Then Saturday was the football game, and Sunday was the Gaelic game. So I had to make a decision to pick one, and it was always going to be football. But football to soccer to the American guys. So it's always going to be football. So maybe the mental toughness of Gaelic probably helped me.
Let's go here in the front.
Well, your second question first. We'd love to see David remain in some capacity with the Galaxy. That's obviously up to David and our ownership group, and hopefully that's something that can be worked out down the road. David hasn't missed a beat over the last couple of weeks since he made his announcement he wouldn't be returning. He's, David every day. Nothing's different. He's obviously pretty focused on going out and having a good game, and he's worked real hard to get himself ready. Last year, for the final, he was a bit injured. This year, he's healthy, so we're hopeful he can go out in good style.
We're fortunate on this team to have players who have not only experience in a final like this, but in experiences in big games around the world. So for us, we're prepared for it. I think Houston has a team that's equally as experienced in this setting. So I don't think either team will be overwhelmed by the occasion tomorrow.
Thanks.